It's Bob and Tom Tonight, starring Chick McGee, Christy Lee, Josh Arnold, Ace Cosby, Pat Godwin, Willie Griswold, and Tom Griswold.
Ever go down the internet hole? I did that like 2 or 3 times. I found out that all turtles are deaf. Did you guys know this?
No. I had no idea. I don't know.
They don't have ears. They have bones. They hear vibration, but they don't hear.
Okay, they just don't hear like we do.
They don't hear sounds.
I like that would explain it. Here,
Shelly.
here, boy.
Here, Shelly.
Nothing.
You're in the backside. You're in the backyard telling your turtle to get in the house. Of course, it's going to take a while, but he can't hear you anyway. Yeah, good luck with all that.
Remember the guy we had whose tortoise ran away? How the hell did that happen?
A friend of mine got their son for the 7th birthday. They got him a turtle, and it's hilarious. It's a giant turtle in the backyard.
Did the 7-year-old want a turtle?
Oh, yes.
Is there a cartoon that there's a turtle on TV that he likes?
I don't know how that started. That he loves turtles, but the kid loves turtles, so they got him a turtle.
But aren't there certain types of turtles you can't have anymore?
I think so. Yeah, I'm sure they got the
when I was a kid,
disease-free syphilis. I think is what
when I was a kid, I can remember going to the circus and finding it very depressing and distracting. There were 3 rings, which I hated. Well, this guy's worked his whole life to be able to do this, but they got a guy right next to him doing something even more. Wait a minute, there's a guy over there that.
The way your mind works.
The 3-ring circus was a terrible idea. It's like having a bar with 3 bands playing at the same time. But the point is, they were walking up and down the aisles, and they'd have this guy holding a thing that had a whole bunch of like turtles in little paper cages.
You could buy a turtle like you would a cold beer?
Yeah, and the same thing with little chameleons.
Weird.
Can you still win fish at fairs?
Oh, I think so.
Yeah.
You have to,
That
right?
was always fun.
They live forever, too.
I
those
loved that.
goldfish.
Well, no, I've had a history of winning fish at fairs, and our friend Ricky.
Sure, yeah.
He won a fish at the fair.
Yeah.
I'm totally serious. I think Chick can verify this. He kept it for years and years and years, and it ended up being about a foot long.
Oh, this thing was hideous.
and they just kept getting bigger aquariums for it. But
you would feed it cheeseburgers.
Literally. And I don't know what kind of. I don't know if it was some variation on a goldfish, but
he threw a cheeseburger.
He won it at the state fair.
It's like a piranha. It's an awful creature.
But what interests me is you're saying that you were going down the tube.
Down the rabbit hole on the tube, yeah. You go down the wormhole on the internet, and I found out that turtles are deaf. They don't hear sound at all like we do.
This says turtles don't have ears.
Yeah, ears
but they're
at all.
not deaf.
Well, no, they can hear vibrations and things. They have bones up there by their brain.
So this is why when you say sit
to a turtle,
they don't.
Right.
Or you honk at them. Have you ever been driving and once crossing the road, so you have to, you stop and then you pick it up, and then it just starts peeing everywhere because I don't know what it. No.
I haven't had that exact.
It literally starts gushing. I thought there was water under the shell, but I think it was just peeing
Sounds
everywhere.
like you're squeezing them too hard.
I picked up.
Am I right on that?
I picked one up actually at the bottom of Willie's driveway, and it was the size of a tire.
Oh wow!
Or what?
It was the size of a tire.
Of a tire rim.
It was the size of a rim.
Yes, it was, and it was weird.
You're such a liar.
And what? So what happened with it?
Well,
this giant prehistoric turtle.
Well, then it's
that no one's seen but you.
Sticks its hideous snake head out. See, turtles are like snakes that have a place to stay. I hate them. No, terrifying. Then it's got those creepy. No, the thing was this big.
Hi, welcome to the World of Nature with Tom Griswold. If you recall, he said lizards were snakes with feet. And now he's saying turtles are snakes with a place to stay.
Yes, they're horrible. I hate them.
Right.
But I picked him up.
Down.
No, there was a huge turtle.
Really?
As big as a tire rim.
Yes, this big. Because that's the only reason
big as a dinner plate, Willie.
Because then its creepy little legs were coming up far away.
Yeah. Well, it was nice of you to save it.
Yeah, why did you pick him up?
Because he was walking toward the street.
Yeah.
Well, that's his choice.
Turtles.
What's the old joke? It probably took him 6 months to get where he was, and you picked him up and put him 3 months back.
Oh,
Good job, buddy.
I love that joke.
I saw a guy not run over a turtle, but sort of
swerve.
He sort of nicked the turtle, and I'm not making this up, with like the side of his tire, and it Mario'd into the woods. It just fing.
Coming up next.
We were talking off the air about eating quail
and
duck and exotic birds.
Yeah.
But you will not, and you ventured to say you will not eat rabbit.
No, I can't.
Why not?
I don't like rabbit.
Okay, why not?
I just don't like it. And because it makes me jumpy. He loves me right now.
Oh, wait a minute. It's the track phone hotline.
Hello, Bob and Tom Show.
This is Dick Hitswater sitting in for Peter Wrangler, and this is some other news.
Oh, hi, Dick.
Well, today is tax day, and here's an important tip. If the tax preparer who signed your 1040 is named Witchy Poo, then you didn't go to H&R Block to get your taxes done. You must have gone to HR Puffin Stuff.
Oh, that's silly. That is.
Keep in mind your deductions may be make-believe. Coca-Cola is discontinuing their energy drink, Coke Energy, which debuted last year. Coke executives said they were tired of drinking it and then staying up thinking about what a horrible product they created.
Didn't fly, eh?
I see.
Not good. A 9-year-old girl named Michelle is the youngest competitor in this year's worldwide DJ scratch competition.
Oh.
And while her parents are surprised by their daughter's newfound fame, what they really want is for her to replace their turntable and all their Johnny Mathis records she ruined while learning to scratch. A little selfish. David Rush and 5 other people have broken the Guinness World Record for the fastest time to pop 10 balloons with a team of 6. The team also simultaneously set the record for ruining a random child's birthday party at Chuck E. Cheese in 9.56 seconds flat.
Oh,
Wow. Winning time.
Yeah. A family from Virginia was hospitalized after picking and eating a mushroom known as the vomiter. Well, what they expect. The name of the mushroom tells you what it does.
Sure.
That's why I, folks, will not touch a shiitake mushroom if I'm not within 15 yards of a warm toilet seat.
Shiitake.
Shiitake.
Mushroom.
Yes, sir.
vomiter makes you
Speaking of food, well, somebody just TikToked me or something there. I don't know what the hell that was. Speaking of food, I just discovered how to make peanut butter even better.
Oh, I love peanut butter. What do you do?
Oh, you smear it on a horny stripper.
oh, boy, that sure does.
Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah.
That is,
Yeah, if you
that
don't
is
have a
rough,
stripper,
Dick.
if you don't have a stripper, try combining it with jelly. I've heard that's supposed to be good, too.
Peanut butter and jelly.
Sure
That's
is,
a good
yeah.
idea.
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
And this is Dick Hitswater sitting in for Peter Wrangler, and this is some other news. Bye, kids.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Dick. Well, HR Puffin Stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anybody get that reference?
Hey, Joe.
Yes. Yeah.
Jessica Alsman is sitting in for Christy Lee. She's right over there. I can see her.
Hello.
Hi. And she that place she is sitting is the Navy Federal Credit Union news desk chair. It's good to see you, Jessica. Thank you
News
very
desk
much
chair.
for coming. What,
Great to be here.
I said news desk chair. We have,
That's what I'm making fun
I
of.
said news desk chair. That's Josh. There's Chick McGee over there. I got a letter for Willie coming up. There's Ace Cosby. This is Tom speaking. Willie, son number 2.
Yeah.
From the text line, we were discussing the best foods. Chick brought this up to eat while driving.
Yeah.
Nobody said toss salad yet. I don't get that. That's
Buddy.
just a nice, healthy snack.
Buddy, the dressing is hard to get out. It's hard to stir. It's hard to
you're
force.
steering
Why don't they serve salads in cups? That makes sense to me. Like cup of salad.
They
you know?
used to. McDonald's did
Just
the.
shake it up.
They did.
The
You're
big
exactly
shake.
right.
Down
It's
the
called
hatch.
shake it up, right?
Down the
Yeah.
hatch.
Now, there are places that have salads inside of a wrap, kind of.
Sure.
No, that's called a wrap.
Yeah, you can get like a chicken. But you can get a chicken Caesar wrap.
Yeah. Now, Willie, you had a
Are
suggestion.
you aware that life is going on around you while you're trying to speak? What is wrong with you today?
I participate in my own way.
I know.
Willie, this guy writes, I found that the lid for the soda cups fits on the container for the mashed potatoes at KFC.
Another genius.
So you can drink your mashed potatoes if needed. So this is now so the
Through a straw? Won't your head cave in?
I rescind my point that he's a genius.
So your point is you buy KFC, you're in the car, you're driving, you realize you don't have a knife and fork.
And so one time I used the top of the mashed potatoes. At another time, this is the real genius thing. I didn't have anything to scoop it with or to eat it with, but it was a KFC Taco Bell. So I used a cheese quesadilla to scoop the mashed potatoes to myself.
Boy.
Genius move.
Using another food as a utensil, that's a fat move.
Yeah, big time fact.
And remember, you can do a fat move without being a fat person.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
And now the fattest thing I've ever done.
That's got to be one of them.
No, these are all interesting because we've all been in circumstances in which we have to MacGyver it.
Yeah. Is it fat if you use a French fry to scoop up your mashed potatoes?
Why would you?
Potato on potato?
Pretty starchy meal.
You would have French fries and mashed potatoes at the same time.
That's a double starch, yeah.
I know people that do it.
I would only do it if I was going to a new restaurant and I wanted to try both. But dipping it in one, that's like cannibalistic
Or
almost.
if it's a waffle fry, because you can.
First of all, if you're at a restaurant, I would think perhaps you could call over the waiter or waitress and go, "Could I have a salad?"
If you're trying them out, wouldn't you want to have the French fry by itself and the mashed potatoes by themselves?
Yeah, I guess so, Chick.
Eating them
looks
together
like Willie's
would
just raw.
Change the taste.
Okay, well, now
You're an idiot.
Okay, you know what? I'll take
Write
it.
that down.
I'll take it for the show today.
We need a new idiot. I'm tired.
I got business cards, actually. This is Willie Griswold, local idiot. I pass them out to people.
What's your rule on... now, do you have a... Let me ask you this. This is complicated. In my car, the wastebasket is on the door of my car. There's a area there the size of a high-rise Cessna, and you can throw...
Oh, my Lord.
Wow, that really... Talk about... You are a broadcaster. You're relatable every moment of the day.
Do you know what I'm saying? There's on the car door, there's this like, I don't know why it's that huge.
It's a trough. It's a plastic trough
It's a large
on the door.
trough.
Everybody knows what that is.
So what is your policy on recycling things out of there?
I have nothing in mind.
6 weeks.
So if you get in the car, you realize you don't have a straw for your iced tea, you dig in there and think, well, I just hope that the Kleenex I put down there after I blew my nose didn't infect the straw.
I do not use that.
You never go back?
I keep those very, very clean. Now, if I have an extra straw, I will occasionally keep that in the glove compartment.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, with all my gloves. I use things for whatever they're called. That's what I use it for.
Is that right?
Only gloves and
Now, we were talking about critters this morning, and the big news is the Brood X, or is apparently it's the X is in Roman numerals, so it's the Brood 10 cicadas. Some of them are going to be arriving diseased with no backsides, but we also have an odd story about rabbits. Do you have that?
Several animal shelters in Illinois have helped rescue 47 rabbits from an extended stay hotel. According to WGN, a woman had been living at the hotel with her 3 pet rabbits, only one of which was neutered.
Oh.
The rabbits began to multiply over the course of her 15-month stay, but the animals went unnoticed until recently because the hotel had stopped providing cleaning services due to the pandemic. Red Door Animal Shelter of Chicago said it was called in to help take the rabbits, 15 of which were likely pregnant.
Oh, my gosh.
The shelter said the animals will be vetted and fixed before being transferred to local rabbit rescues.
Wait, they're not going to put them all in the same rescue plan? I hate when they split hairs.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, so worth it. Oh, thank you so much.
When did you start thinking the word?
That joke has a nice contemporary feel. It applies to immigration issues.
That's what I was doing, yes.
Yeah.
I was trying to...
That's what he's doing.
I was trying to point out...
You got this, man. Say it, pal. Say it, man.
I was trying to
what kind of lunatic doesn't know that rabbits are going to reproduce? I mean, that's...
A woman who'll stay in a hotel for 15 months with rabbits would know.
I mean, after the first litter, don't you make a call to the shelter and say, hey, I need some help?
Perfect storm.
Apparently, the neighbors noticed it.
Ooh.
The odor.
Defecant?
I bet.
I mean,
that's a lot of rabbits.
It's a lot of rabbit
She's starting
pellets.
a keychain factory?
Maybe she's a magician.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You think of that?
Maybe she... Yes.
Hey. Authorities arrive. Ta-da! What a bizarre... Of course, I guess it makes sense they had to suspend their cleaning services, I guess.
That's the opposite of what I think most hotels do.
I don't know.
Most hotels went, we're going to triple clean every room. This hotel chain went, we just won't clean.
They didn't have enough staff to do it.
Everyone that I've gone to, there's a lot of cleaning that goes into before when you get there, but once you're in the room, it's just you in the room. No one comes and cleans it day to day. You can
You're
ask.
right. You're right. Makes sense.
Oh, I see.
You can ask for them to come do it if you'd like to, but yeah, I didn't.
So that must have been this case. This lady wasn't.
How many rabbits did she have in her room?
47.
Wow.
I mean, that's like at least 30 too many rabbits. I would say the 14.
47 too many rabbits.
How do you name them all, you know?
Flopsy, Mopsy, Cottontail.
Oh, look, there's a picture of the place. Wow, it's
Leonard.
right next to an IHOP.
Oh, well, certainly. Why would
IHOP chick, you know, because the rabbits and
IHOP.
you know.
See,
Well, now,
bunny
Chick,
shop.
I know that we were talking off the air about eating quail and duck and exotic birds.
Yeah.
But you will not, and you ventured to say you will not eat rabbit.
No, I can't.
Why not?
I don't like rabbit.
Okay, why not?
I just don't like it. And because it makes me jumpy.
There we go. That's what we were looking for, McGee.
I know.
Take the bait.
He just refused.
I wanted him to leave him hanging out there. Go, why is he not saying this? He's forgotten. He hit his head. What's
Reno,
There's pigs and wings.
the big show tomorrow, Reno, at Zany's, Tuesday night, Zany's in Nashville, one of the great comedy rooms in this country. And you are recording the new album. Do we have a name yet?
Not yet. I obviously I cannot go with anything my family has. I asked my dad, and apparently he wants me to name it. Is my jacket in your truck?
Not too interested.
I kind of like that.
He's the same guy. He's the same guy that when I did Blue Collar Next Generation, he goes, "That sounds about right. You try to be a comedian, and they put you on Star Trek." So,
I like this guy more and more.
yeah, everyone does.
Yeah, we've had a lot of suggestions for an album title, but we have plenty of time, so we'll allow more. If you want to reach us, Josh, how do you reach the Bob and Tom Show?
Use the Bob and Tom app. It's free, or you can go to Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Send an email. I recommend texting us at 888-262-8661. I get 10 cents per text that comes in. And what it does is it helps supplement my...
I thought it was $10.
No.
Oh, no, you're wrong. No, it's nothing. Now, are you set for the show? You've been standing in front of a mirror practicing?
Man, I can't do that. I just go up and let it fly. If I don't even like hear my own voice or seeing myself do stand up.
Yeah,
So
we're
I
the
just
same
kinda-
way. Oh,
Yeah. Okay, Josh. Happy birthday, jackass.
Josh, you
I
don't
hope
like
you
watching
enjoy your meatloaf cake.
how can we make cake fatter? I make it out of meatloaf. Okay.
Dude, I was listening to things. That's the fattest thing you've ever done. I stuck a straw in a donut one time. Stuck the middle out.
Yeah. Was it custard or jelly or...
Yeah, custard. It's the Eclair. Yeah. That'll give you a headache, too, man, because it gets thicker.
That's actually pretty clever.
Yeah, I was on a diet.
Yeah, sure.
Avoid those carbs. Just get the sugary inside.
No bread.
There you go.
No bread.
There you go. It's all good. Well, I hope you have a great recording tomorrow evening.
Thank you so much. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, well, good. In the meantime, we have a couple news stories I wanted you to weigh in on. Go ahead, Jessica. What do you got over there?
A Chicago animal shelter has been releasing feral cats into the city to combat its rat problem. According to pest control company Orkin, Chicago was named the rattiest city in the U.S. for the 6th year in a row.
That's right. Come for us, New York. See what happens. Come for us.
Yikes.
WGN-TV reports that since 2012, the Treehouse Humane Society has released over 1,000 feral cats into the streets as part of its Cats at Work program, an environmentally friendly alternative to poisoning the rodents.
And if you're allergic to cat dander, it's still best not you go outside. So,
You're right.
Yeah.
but still, the rats are gone.
Yeah, this is interesting. First of all, the feral cats have been vaccinated in the proper manner, and they've been neutered. So
Okay.
But this, they interviewed this woman from the shelter. She said the cats will initially kill some rats when they arrive in a new location, but the felines are more of a deterrent since their pheromones are enough to keep the rats away. I didn't know that.
Meanwhile, Naperville now overrun with rats.
Chicago's response, hey, we don't live there. Okay. Bears. Go Bears. Yeah.
Reno, you're now getting letters.
All right.
You said that you sucked the custard out of a donut with a straw. The question is, did you put it back in the donut box?
Yeah, for some unsuspecting...
Oh, that's funny.
No. I think I eventually ended up eating it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I had this thought. I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to go like, well, if I only, because you look at it, they put the calories up on stuff now.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So it'll say how many calories the donut has. I was like, well, if I just suck the middle out of it, that's probably less than half, without the bread. But I think I did it. It was in my truck. I think I ended up eating the whole thing. But a better idea would have been to stick it back in there with a hole. Like when you eat the bottoms of the chocolate candies at Christmas, like you stick your finger in the bottom to see which one it is.
Yeah.
Oh.
You never do that, so you don't get that raspberry crap. You get out the caramel one.
You're an animal.
Yeah, you got to use the map or you get the coconut.
Yeah.
Reno, I have a letter.
There's a map?
Reno, I have a letter you might be able to help out with because you've been on the road driving and stuff a lot. So we were talking about when you don't get a spork at the drive-thru, and Rick wrote in saying that one time he had to eat mashed potatoes and gravy in the car, and he didn't have a spork, and he used a credit card. He also one time he used 2 pens like chopsticks to eat Popeye's rice. And then our friend Chad wrote in.
What the hell?
Chad, get this, man. Chad didn't have a spoon, so he used a laminated business card as a scoop to get the pudding out of the pudding cup while he was driving his truck.
The business card, odds are that's relatively clean. Your credit card, I mean, that thing.
It's been handled a lot.
All the machines it's in and out of, and the guy in front of you's just been picking his ass. E. coli.
That's what you think.
Are you really using 2 pens? How filthy? No. They're clean. They came from the bank.
They still have the chains on them.
Watch the entire show live or on demand at bobandtom.com or listen live with the Bob and Tom app. And be sure to tune in next time for more Bob and Tom Tonight.